Greetings. You're just enrolled in English 218, Introduction to Children's Literature. I'm your web host and instructor, Jeffrey Nishimura, Professor of English at Los Angeles City College. Before we embark on this journey of a rather fascinating genre, I want to prepare you for what's in store. The syllabus presented on this site, in which you can see a variety of different and diverse readings that we'll cover. The one things I will point out is that because this is an online course, all of the grading will be based upon responses to discussion questions, quizzes, essays, of course, and an online presentation. You'll be able to see a grade as we go through the course, but more on that later. The major requirement from you will be self-motivation. There is a lot of reading in this course, a lot of participation and discussions, along with assignments, tests, projects that need to be completed by a given due date. And so my advice to you is to make sure that you keep up with the readings and the lessons. As with any college course, you have to pace yourself, but in particular with an online course, the pacing is up to you. While there be daily reminders of deadlines and limits to submissions, I don't want you to fall behind. So read, enjoy the readings, and you'll be fine. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, well, how difficult can these readings be? They are, after all, children's stories, fables, nursery rhymes, maybe a short novel, but written for young adults. You're thinking that you could probably go through the readings in a couple hours. Well, sure, these are simply structured narratives. They follow a basic formula of good versus evil, protagonist and pearl, fanciful, absurdist, most definite, but nothing too hard. Green Eggs and Hams, for instance, has 50 syllables, 50 words, 49 monosyllabic words to be exact, and only one polysyllabic word, all coming from a vocabulary list meant for a 5-year-old. Well, that's what I thought when I first taught this course a few years back. And I was given this course because I just had a son named Jack, and I would be reading him these stories anyway, so what the heck. But the more I delved into these stories, the more I saw the richness and the complexities hidden behind the simplicity of the pictured pages. These are not just lessons to be learned. These are narratives that impact the developmental stages of our children, future generations. And they've been going on ever since humankind began to tell its tales. They are descendants of myths. They're the makings of legends, folk tales, puppet shows. They are embedded in each one of us, regardless of our culture or generation. And this is why these stories are still told today. Even if you're familiar with them or the Disney versions of them, there's a whole lot to discover here. Now, the big book for this course is a necessary one. It's titled Cross Currents of Children's Literature from Oxford Press. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, well, I have copies of these children's stories already on my kids' bookshelf. Why can't I use them? Why do I have to buy this big anthology? Well, I chose this textbook from all the other big anthologies out there because of the theories inside. Two of them are most significant, by Bruno Biedelheim and Maria Tartar. And then there's some very useful analysis on storytelling, on culture, on gender roles. And you could use the stories from your children's bookshelf, sure. In fact, I want you to. You'll need a copy of Alice in Wonderland, Winnie the Pooh, Cat in the Hat, Mother Goose. Most of these are contained in the Cross Current anthology. And the only other book you'll need is The Tao of Pooh, which you get cheap on Amazon, and A Wrinkle in Time, which is also you get on Amazon as well. Now, all of these are referred to in the syllabus, and I'll try to have links to more useful sites in the modules, in the file folders, and to be honest, that's the great thing about online courses. While I'll give some video lectures, most of the content will be written display. So as you're reading and researching the lectures and the assignments, you can click onto these hyperlinks and drill down into the wormhole of the internet to find some interesting and valuable sources. This will prove a most desired skill when you do research on the PowerPoint presentation at the end of the semester. But hey, we'll get there when we get there. So, as you can very well see, there's a boatload of materials in the class, despite its deceptively innocent subject matter. However, I don't wish to overwhelm you on the very first day, so let's just start with this simple introduction. Go to the next page and respond to the discussion questions there, and I just want to get to know you. And the best way to do that is to find out what children's stories influenced you as a child. Then I'll just meet you on the other side with my own experiences of children's books as a youngster, and hopefully that will lead to a larger discussion of the cultural impact of this genre. So we'll see each other soon.